gives them a good chance to wind up maybe in Oklahoma City or in St. Louis, one of the relatively adjacent locations for them to open the tournament.
Yeah, if Nebraska wants to keep their 3 seed, they got to start playing better. They're not playing great basketball. Their best players are not playing their best basketball. You don't know if Braden Frager is 100% healthy on that ankle. Rink Mask has been tripping. He has not been himself as of late. You need those 2 guys to play better basketball if you want to keep that protected seed if you're Nebraska. Because you get in that tournament with those guys on the same page, if they're connected, the way they defend, the way they go hard on that side of the floor, you get this offense right at the right time, this team can still reach all of the goals that they've set back in October when its season began.
A game coming up right now is another opportunity for a top 10 ranked Nebraska squad to get their 23rd win of the season. They'll have to take down Penn State, and Josh Reed making more than half the buckets he throws up, 51% from the floor this season. Let's get to Mike's latest NCAA tournament bracket. These are what you had coming into the day with Michigan at 1, Illinois, Purdue 2s. You see there at the
What's
bottom,
going on, everybody?
Indiana,
Hopefully we don't have any
USC,
sort
Ohio
of
State,
echo.
and UCLA. But Rayfeld, to go back to what we were talking about with Illinois,
We got a lot to talk about with that
strength.
game that we
They
missed.
got
First
their
of
guy
all,
who'd been injured for a
our
while, and
apologies.
Pound
That was
Boswell looked pretty
crazy.
good in that last
We
game,
logged
won by
in,
36.
It makes them that much
ready
more
to
scary
start the
because now
stream,
they're super
and
stout on
I'm
the
sure
defense
the
that they
majority of you noticed it all too.
The game against USC, that Illinois defense,
I couldn't get anything on YouTube to work. YouTube was just weirdly down. So no stream last game, and then they go and lose. Of all things, they go and lose to Iowa and get the court stormed. And I talked to my boy Lordy, and he said the referees were just out of control, like it was kind of like a Michigan vibe with the referees. I don't know. What do you guys think? What up, Parker T. James? Said he was heartbroken. Yeah, he had the same YouTube issue. They do, Mike, but we got around it. We talked to Kamala, and she got us hooked up. You know? She got Juicy Smollett's lawyer to hook us up with some help. So Nebraska is an insane favorite this game. Penn State's not that great. I'm hoping for a beatdown. The Huskers need to get back on the right track in a big way. Get their confidence started to rebuild before the tournament, because truthfully, this is where I want Nebraska to be. I want us to be underdogs going into the tournament. I don't want us to be big bad favorites. I don't want us to be the hunted. We don't do well when we're hunted. I want us to be able to lay a little bit low and people to not see us coming. And that wasn't going to happen the way the first half of the season, first 3/4 of the season went. So, anyways, minute 30 to go before this game starts. Hit that like button, please, if you haven't. Share this out to anybody that might want to watch the Huskers game. We'll see what happens here. Hopefully, Rink has a good game. That would be helpful. Hopefully, we're hitting our threes. I'll tell you this, the number one thing I'm looking forward to, the number one thing I'm going to be paying attention to for our offense, can we get back to the backdoor cuts? Can we get back to the even close to the pace with which we would have guys cutting backdoor and receiving passes for easy layups? That's what I think is missing for this team the most. You always live and die by the three, but when you're dying by the three, when you have that, it's way easier. Yeah, Sand specifically, I think of Rink, but also Buchtenjel making really good passes backdoor. Gary will be here probably, maybe halftime. He's at a volleyball tournament for his daughter. He says, "What's up?"
from the floor and almost 40% from three.
Amazing stuff.
Frager starting, by the way.
Big news for the Huskers as we take a look at
Is that due to an injury?
No Berka Buchtengel here today.
No Buchtengel. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
In his place,
Okay. Play a little bit smaller, a little bit faster. He doesn't really rebound that much anyways, let's be completely honest. He doesn't play like a big anyways. He can't shoot like a small. I've kind of lost my love affair I was having for him. So, whatever. Bubba said our defense dropped off. Yeah, that needs to get back too. All right, boys, here we go. Let me get this game cast working.
He's the one guy with the shot clock winding down. He can get his own shot should that need arise. So
There we go. Maybe ESPN is on its game today. Penn State working it around. Mingo kicks it out. Got a trap down here. Great defense so far. Great rotations. Penn State being patient with it. 10 seconds. They penetrate and shoot a floater, and it's good. Decent defense. Somebody needs to step up a little bit quicker than that. What up, Deshaun? Feels like his first start. Maybe it's not. A kickball off the Hoy Boy pass to Mast on the... Nebraska's not giving up any open shots, though. I love it. Mast off the backboard. Who do you think you are, the white Tim Duncan? Missed and rebounded by Penn State. They're already up the court in the corner. Top of the key. That was a travel. Refs don't call it. Okay. Nice pass into the corner to Mingo. No good. Rebound Mast. He hands it off to Hoy. Over to Price. Deep three. Quick release. Late run out. Not there in time, but that was a deep three. I mean, you as a defender, you don't even think the Price is going to shoot that deep. What a shot. Maybe he's going to be hot tonight. Maybe it's Maybelline. Lawrence swarming defense, guarding Mingo. Hoiberg now on defense. They kick it out into the corner. No good. Man, the box out was not enough from Mast, and they get a backdoor cut off of the second chance opportunity. Penn State scores. Nebraska only up one. Hoiberg picking and rolling with Mast. Kicks it over to Price. Price, quick release. Hits it and one. 4-point play. That was dirty. That was dirty. He might want to check his underwear. All right?
Sanford continues to move well without the basketball. Doesn't need a whole
Crazy.
lot of space. Utilizes the screen from Mast. A chance for a 4-point play when we return.
Crazy. Need to get him red hot for the tourney.
Here they come, yo. Here they come.
You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this, or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo
I mean, look, you can Venmo this or you can Venmo that, you know?
Where's that? Yo, lift the link. Yo, we can make it.
Bubba says, and the route is on. Hang on. I mean, I do see a route coming, but we're only up 4. I don't know if we've pulled away yet, but it could be starting. This feels like that,
Mixed nuts have finally leveled up. Meet Blue Diamond
what's it called? Like avalanche thing that we do, you know?
Taste that's undeniable. Freshness guaranteed. Blue Diamond almonds and more. The flavorful nut mix.
Every truck month, trucks talk tough. Only one delivers the trucks worth talking about. Ram Truck.
Man, so Gary's daughter's volleyball team must be doing well because he thought he was going to be here, so they must have won a game they shouldn't have. Let's see here. Frager's got 0. Price has got 9. 9 for Price. Mast with 2. Who else scored? Hoiberg's got it, that layup on the left side of the rim. That's right. This world. I mean, Sonny, he's trying. I see him in the paint a lot more right now without Bear K, I think he knows he needs to stay down there, so that's nice, but, you know, he's not really an inside big, unfortunately. Husker says, rumors Frager going to leave Nebraska, ? I don't know. I haven't heard anything of that. Hopefully they can keep him. Hopefully they can throw some money at him and keep him, you know. He certainly is a talent, though. Would not surprise me if other teams are trying to poach him away. Like, if you're Frager and North Carolina wants you, what do you do? How do you say no to that? Are you trying to go pro or are you trying to play for Nebraska? Like, what are we doing?
It's the 11th overall seed. You see all the Big Ten teams, 5 of them among the top 16. And, of course, everyone knows the story with Nebraska. They have never won an NCAA tournament game, have been as high as a 3 seed back in 1991.
All right, boys, you ready to watch a little bit of this game?
By Xavier. And it's interesting, Sean. Obviously, Nebraska's not played well.
Get 3, Frager. Let's go.
Of the dice that has paid off.
Guys, help us out. Unless they're going to say Garcia touched the ball and then touched his arm, so it should be a turnover. Maybe that's the rule. Maybe I'm wrong.
Trapper Beefs. Energy emergency.
But he certainly fouled him after he slapped the ball loose. So we'll see what they say. Yeah, I was really shocked that we lost to Iowa. I expected that to be, you know what I told myself? It's like, wow, we better be careful. This is Iowa. We got that rivalry and whatnot. DeMarco, I don't think he's hurt. I think he's just out currently. He was playing earlier. I didn't see him get hurt, and subs just came in for both teams. So if you've got a parlay or something, I think he'll still be playing. But I was thinking, nah, this isn't football. This is totally different set of circumstances. We got a really good team. Although they have a good team too. Like, they haven't had the hottest, they weren't the hottest team in college like we were for a while, but still pretty good. And just to see that we lost to them like that and they stormed the court, it's like low-key kind of happy that YouTube wasn't working and we weren't able to stream, because I just went back to sleep. I slept through the game and was like, I'll see it when I wake up. What a freaking game. What an ending to wake up to. Bubba says Bear K's ankles from the Iowa game. Yeah. But I don't think we need Bear K for this game. I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like with just one big out there and running the court a little bit more. Frager looks great. Frager's getting crazy rebounds. Frager's playing like he does, but I don't know. It's almost more noticeable as a starter. All the rebounds he's getting. Offensive specifically. I'll take the end of this review now, if you guys don't mind. Please and thank you. Gary just said his team made the championship game. All right, we're back.
The call on the floor has been reversed. Nebraska's basketball. It is a successful challenge.
Good call, Nebraska. My God.
Challenge in the future.
Wow.
One more challenge. Well, Braden Frager
She says, how about I slap this in your bitch ass type shit? You know? That's true, Vision, but he's just too selfish with his sexual body. He won't let anybody watch him in the hot tub. 22-11, and let me tell you, Nebraska needs a breakout win like this to get their minds right. I really don't want to do one of those games where we play it close until half for no reason other than the fact that they just can't help themselves, and then they take off in the second. I don't want to do that. I want to do 2 halves. I want to win like 90-40. Is that chill? Is that disrespectful to Penn State, who bends us over and reams us in football? We just do a little return reaming. I don't think I'm asking for much. I just want to ream some dudes. You know? If you got a problem with that, you're not progressive. Yeah, Bubba, like they should just run through the rest of the season undefeated. Do we get a chance to play Iowa again? I would really like that. I would very much like another Iowa game. Last game of the season, Bubba. Let's go. I'll be looking forward to that. Damn, look at all that snow outside the arena. Me and Gary should go to that Iowa game.
Order your Marco's Pizza now at Marco's.
What day is the last game of the season?
Tuesday, we got a bid.
I've been looking for an excuse to come back to Omaha and go up to y'all's Lincoln to y'all's Memorial Stadium down there.
6 Eastern, 3 Pacific on the Big Ten Network and the Fox Sports app. Michigan, again, a 1 seed in that bracket reveal today from the NCAA Tournament Selection Committee. Been an amazing story this year. But how about the job Nico Memphis?
Jacobson at the line. All right.
Those guys, when they check in, they get the most of their opportunities.
Great shot here. Huskers 29-15. Might could get a blowout win. Appreciate it, Brady. I mean, I think we're going to be moving back towards being underdogs, which is where we need to be. We play better as underdogs.
Hey, Dad.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of seed we'll get. I don't know. And I mean, we've only lost 4 games all year. It's just they've all come at like in a row basically. So that's got to hurt. You know, Sonny Schofield says, look like Fred is trying to find out who he can try and start as his 8th man, playing the starting lineup in rotation. I like it. Well, I think it's because Berkey's out, right? What are you fussing at me for? I've given you everything you want today. What else could you want? Your mama will be home soon. She can take care of you. Okay? Anywho. Berkey's not out there today, so you're starting Frager, which means now you need to find a 6th man. Usually that 6th man is either Jacobson or... So yeah, Jacobson's now playing more, which means you were already down a big. So I'm really proud. This is the best minutes I've seen of Garcia. Garcia has come in and done what we want Garcia to do, which is just be a goon. Just get rebounds. Use your size to your advantage. Don't try to be Steph Curry. Be a big boy. And he is. He's just soaking up rebounds against a team that can't handle his rebounding presence. And he's honestly a big reason why the lead is what it is. Sonny said he's got under 148. So they would have to score like 74 apiece. Yeah, I think you're safe on that, dude. Throw down 20 for me, all right? And if you win that 20, pay me out. But if you lose, you cover it, and I don't have to come out of pocket. Is that chill?
Basket by Jamarcus Lawrence to seal that one. He kind of followed up an equally impressive win decisively at home against Wisconsin, who's played very well recently. And they're non-conference. They were able to kind of rack up some quality wins there as well and build some confidence, especially in the latter part of
Game
November.
is back from timeout.
Triple bye at the Big Ten tournament, according to our friends over at CBB Analytics. See with a win today.
Mingo bringing it up.
Over 86%.
Little crossover from Barkevius Mingo Jr. A baseline drive is cut off by Nebraska. Just fantastic defense. Sanford's got what? 20 points for Sanford. He's 6 for 7 total. Everybody else on the court's got 2 points. Somebody on the bench, probably Frager's got a decent little amount. Huskers doing work. This is exactly what you hope to see from Nebraska. Sad Gary can't be here for it. Gary should be on his way back from a volleyball tournament from his daughter, but his daughter's team got into the championship game, so good luck to him. Hopefully they bring home the gold. Let's take a look at the box score, shall we? Leading scorer is someone that is called Josh Reed, who is 3 for 10 from Penn State. I hate to be overly optimistic or overly arrogant, but this is a W. Just is. Price with 20. Price has exactly as many points as Penn State by himself. Everybody else has 2 points apiece. Isn't that silly? Nobody else has hit a 3 except for Frager, who's got 6 points, and he's hit 2 for 2. So, and Frager's only played 7 minutes. Can someone explain to me, did Frager get injured? Does anyone know if Frager got injured? Because 7 minutes, as hot as he was, he has to be injured. I'm going to go on Twitter here and see if I can't figure it out. Everything was going so well, I just didn't think I needed to even pay attention to that. Anybody with Frager news? I can't wait till Nebraska's basketball team gets as popular as the football team. And maybe it never will, but I think if we had a few more games of this, a few more seasons like this, I think basketball could be big. I just think people don't trust that it's real, you know? Well, yeah, reoccurring injury. Remember, he had that ankle injury, and I did see him limping around a little bit.
His first 5 3-point attempts, and that's your score, 38-20.
Price is going pro, by the way.
Halftime report. Rafael Davis, Hall of Famer, Mike Scorsese, and
he's going to get a chance.
Again, that score: Penn State 20, Price Sanford 20 at the half.
Let's see if they say anything.
Looks like a guy, Mike, who's trying to prove he belongs on the first team All Big Ten.
And it's going to be a challenge because we know there are so many terrific players in this league, but there is no one.
Talk about Frager, you cowards.
Better, quicker, more accurate.
Anywho, what do you guys want to talk about? You guys want to talk about, did anyone watch the football press conferences recently? Anybody excited for Calandria? Here's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping Calandria really blows us away, and I'm hoping that our offensive line takes a big step forward, and that makes Calandria look even better than we thought he was going to look. You know, like, I think something like that could sneaky happen. Next year, if we could just go 7-6, I'd be happy. But even that feels unrealistic, right? Sonny said, Fred's reading the chat. He heard Frager is leaving, so he said, I'll show him. Maybe he don't want him to get too hot, you know? You talking Frager?
His all-time record, by the way, for threes made in a single season in Nebraska history is up to 95. And again, he's still got 20 more minutes to go in this game. We've got a few more minutes left in our halftime. So,
boo. I haven't gotten a chance to watch what's his face. How do you say it? Is it Oric? Orich? Big and Rich? I didn't watch his yet, but I've watched Rule like once and a half. Bruce says I'm not getting excited. We miss out on a better QB. No sign of running back. If they go 7-6, then Rule needs to be fired. Well, brother, let me tell you something, brother. Let me tell you something, brother. You know Mean Gene? Here's the thing, Bruce. Can I call you Bruce? We're not going 7-6 this year. So, yeah. Bubba says the extension saved him. It's unfortunate, man, but we really effed up. It's I don't want to say funny because it isn't funny. It's sad. It's embarrassing. Embarrassing is the word I was looking for, not funny. It's embarrassing that exactly what happened with Dylan Raiola and our whole, like, hey, look at us, we've got a number one QB, therefore all these people want to come play for us because they want to play with this number one QB. That whole era is done. Maybe we get there again someday, but that's done. And why is it done? Why did it die? Exactly how we knew it was going to die. The same way that all the hype with Adrian Martinez died. You bring a guy in who's supposed to be a stud. You have a dog shit offensive line. That dog shit offensive line gets him hurt. He decides, you know what? I literally, my career is in jeopardy because the offensive line is such dog shit. He leaves. So really, for me, the only thing that I'm going to care about probably this year is, does the offensive line gets better? How about this? If the offensive line gets markedly better, Rule can stay. And defensive line. If the lines don't look better, bye-bye. I don't know. That's just me talking. But Calandria is not a bitch. Calandria is nice. Like, I'm not like saying like, oh, we're going to suck because of Calandria. I'm really excited about him. You know, it's the strength of schedule that's the problem. The strength of schedule is brutal. Absolutely brutal. Fucking brutal. down there. Bubba says both will be improved. I've heard that so many times, Bubba. I've heard that so many times. Now, let's talk about the running back room, if you don't mind, real quick. So, I was listening to Sipple and Callahan, and they were talking about how, technically, numbers-wise, there's no difference this year coming up and last year. You've got Johnson goes out, Rule comes in. So do you really, that looks like sounds like a pretty cope-filled way to look at it. Then they're like, also, if you bring in running backs, you're going to have to get rid of running backs. And if they truly like the running backs they have, why would you want to get rid of them? I don't know. We're in for a hell of a year with a football team. We are in for some stress, some infighting. I think the fans are going to be at each other's throats because that's what fans seem to do whenever their team starts losing. Hold on, my dog's about to go crazy because my wife just got home. I got to mute real quick. Listen to this Harbor Freight commercial.
Always work with any pro or DIY budget. You see, we treat neighbors like, well, neighbors. Harbor Freight, close by when you need us.
Just trying to tell you about Harbor Freight.
Wendy's has new Biggie deals starting at just $4. So now you can decide how biggie you want to go, which is kind of beautiful.
For anybody that doesn't know, I've got 7 wiener dogs and a Rottweiler. So 8 dogs in the house. They get a little loud sometimes. Bubba says our running backs showed some good signs in the bowl game. I think they did. I don't think running back is the type of position where you got to have A1 talent. I think running back, you just have a good running back and a line that can really do something for them, and they can look special. Running backs are kind of a dime a dozen. It's not a difficult thing to do. It's not a difficult thing to find. You know? Knuckle-dragging offensive linemen that can tie their shoes without bending their knees. That's hard to find. I don't think you can really classify Raiola as dual threat. I don't think you can classify him as that. I think he's a pocket passer. In the game, in the college football EA Sports game, they had him listed as a backfield creator, whatever the hell that means. Yeah, German, but it's like it seems like the same mistake that Moose made with Frost. You know, if you saw recently his comments where he's like, I could tell that Frost was not ready for the job. However, he was the hottest coach on the market. He was Nebraska's darling child. I had to give him the job and just see what happened. I kind of see the same thing with Raiola. He was the number 1 quarterback out of high school. He's a legacy player whose family is tied to the team. You weren't going to turn that away. And it's just unfortunate that it didn't work out. Worth a good gall dang. There we go. They really juked me here, man. I thought the game was back on. I got real excited there for a second. We're getting close, though. Do I think they'll pull an 80-point second half? Oh, man. No. No. So if you're betting the under like some people were, I think that's very safe. What up, Joker? I think it's very safe to bet the under, man. Sonny, she's giving me a heads up because she knows that the dogs are going to go crazy. So she's literally letting me know, so I'll be ready to mute my microphone. My dogs didn't bark, though. They didn't even go that ham. Kind of proud of them. 83 watching. What's up, guys? Thank you for coming in. Looks like we're going to have one of them second halves. I don't want to jinx it where we beat them down a little bit. So hit the like button. Let's file in here and have a good time. Let's key.
To you by auto owners.
Let's
Sanford has been the story.
Let's front run a little bit
Penn State
and watch this game.
Josh Reed leading the way with
What up, Roy?
for the Nittany Lions.
You know it, Roy
Dave
boy.
Rex and Shad Morris back with you courtside here in Lincoln, and Nebraska came into this game.
Halftime's over now. Blake, you got here just in time.
With an illness, they got in some foul trouble early, and yet it really hasn't mattered.
Yeah, to your point, Braden Frager, who was inserted in the starting lineup, got a couple of quick fouls, but they didn't have to play him unnecessary minutes because of the production they got.
Didn't have to play him. Didn't have to. Why would they not play Frager?
For the Cornhuskers, very active.
It is, Roy. It is.
As a matter of fact, of his 6,
but we're allowed to stream still. Like we don't have the same ban over here. You know.
And you ask yourself, what was the difference in this game? Well, they're even in pay points, even in mid-range points, even in free throw.
This is the channel that Sundo's jealous of. Way tougher than it looked.
Thanks for calling Discover.
Thank you guys for coming and hanging out, though. Please hit that like button if you haven't. It's free. Turns into a basketball. And it really helps us out, man. Sonny says, Sanford missed. Take the bum out. Yeah, he's missed, I think, his last 3 threes. So he's cooled down, but whatever. Number 84 nationally in the class of 25. Also had Curtis, the number 11 center. He was also ranked top 150 nationally, and he was a 4-star prospect. Wow. Well, he's just a little skinny and, could use a little bit of muscle and some time on the court. Because his touch around the rim is pretty nice. He is tall, man. He's a true 7-footer. It feels like. I could be wrong. I thought Bearcat was bigger than 6'10". Yeah, I don't know, Brian. I mean, you're in the conference you're in regardless of sport, but it's like, why doesn't Penn State care more about basketball? You just assume they've got so much money in their program for football that some of that would bleed over into basketball, but I guess they haven't been taking it seriously either for a while. Definitely not, Sonny. I feel like we've had enough commercials. I'm not really loving the commercials right now. Feeling like a football game. Sans Dion commercials. But I'll tell you, Bearcat doesn't look great for him that Nebraska can roll like this without him, but Could be an anomaly. Day is up says too much into the football and baseball programs. Well, you know, that's fair. Their football program certainly is better than ours. As much turmoil as they're in, they are better than us.
Big Ten men's basketball tournament.
That was one of my least favorite games of the season, was that Penn State loss.
Tominaga in that first half against Indiana just a couple of years ago. 18 first half points in a quarterfinal.
All right, boys, we're back.
For Nebraska.
They fouled. That's my guy, Frager. Or timeout. Might be a timeout by Penn State. 1:30 Washington. Thank you guys for hanging out. Hit that like button. For some reason, we're starting to get hit with timeout after timeout, but this game is, for the most part, just a humiliation ritual the rest of the way here for Penn State. Nebraska's playing such good defense. They're playing so good defense that I'm shocked Penn State has 27 points. Like, that feels like a lot for Penn State right now. I need to look into Curtis German. Can he shoot? Do you know, German? Can he shoot at all? Yeah, Joker, I guess so. I mean, I didn't think they were going to be, but they are. They are. I mean, at this point, how many Harbor Freight commercials can one man watch? You know, I mean, god dang. I mean, man. Commercials sometimes are just a punch in the gut. Talk about humiliation rituals. They are rapid firing commercials. It's been like under 20 seconds, and they've went from Michelob to another one. They went from Michelob to a toilet paper commercial to one that was so fast I don't even know what it was, then a banking commercial, insurance commercial. Oh, we're back.
Most recently, Braden Frager, who's been battling through some injury. Watch where he comes from, Dave, to come in here and go offensive rebound and clean the glass here. Nice job.
That's a risky jump for him too. It's a risky move to go up for that rebound that you're not going to land on someone else's foot. Ballsy.
This is what cleaning the glass really means. Oh yeah.
I like what you did there. A little double entendre.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a union job or not, but I hope the home front doesn't get any idea.
Frager's free throw is good.
It's going to be Penn State.
Just going to call it out of bounds.
Nebraska and Fred Hoiberg on top by 24.
This or that. Here they come, yo. Here they come. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo that. You can Venmo this or you can Venmo.
We're just trying to tell you about Venmo, all right? Scott said selection committee had us at number 11 overall and a 3rd seed. I could see that. What up, Regal? How you been? I think that's fair. 3 seed's pretty nice. You know, God, I just hope we don't run into too big of teams. You know, because big teams with big centers that play inside are going to be the bane of our existence. Very classic, man. I mean, that's the way basketball used to always be. Sometimes, a lot of times it's just who's bigger. Well, they're just too big for us. They were huge. When it comes down to it, playoff style basketball is different. And rebounds are everything. Rebounds are like blocking and protecting your quarterback. Notice to vacate property in LA. Ooh, Plano's nice. You'll like Texas, man. I've lived in California. It's great. The weather obviously is unbeatable. It's the most incredible place on the planet. But then you get to a place with no state tax like Texas, and it's just like you might be rich when it's all said and done. When's the next Husker game? Is it even it's coming up, isn't it? Yeah, dude, and so I used to sell alarms in California door to door. So I met a lot of California homeowners, and they're all the same. My family lived here. My great-grandma lived here, and I'm going to live here till... Okay, great. That's fine. Pay 4/5 of your income to Gavin Newsom. Sure. Or come to Texas and live like royalty. Your choice. Is the weather better? Of course. But it's pretty good here in Texas for a lot of the year, man. And then it's hell for a while, but it could be worse. Plano's not that bad.
Taking control here in the second half.
And throughout
the scoring's picked up in this half a little bit.
I'm your overly competitive brother. Psych, and I'm about to steal this game from you, just like I stole Kelly Carter in high school, huh? Foul!
Just glad that this is exactly what Nebraska needed and they're getting it. This is just a confidence game. Maryland could be another one of those, hopefully. Hopefully they just wax Maryland, you know? I haven't seen Maryland play yet this year, though. I don't know what to expect. Anybody seen them play? Anybody else see that Gary was named in the Epstein files? Pretty insane. They're saying he kept applying for a job as a mop boy on Little St. James Island, and they kept refusing his application. Pretty sad, but that's Gary. He's handy with a mop. I'm not saying he's not handy with a mop. I don't think that's the problem. In fact, if they would have given him a fair interview, he would have wowed him. That did not occur. Okay. Not only will these commercials not stop hitting me like a plethora and a barrage. There's still like 7.5 minutes in this game. It's kind of crazy. It started at 1. I guess it's not. I guess we're still on pace for a 2-hour game. It's not too bad. Gary, I don't know if Gary would have taken part in any of that jerky eating, but we'll ask him about it, you know. German says biggest lead was 23 down to 16. Man, it felt like we had a bigger lead than 23.
Now, Penn State has certainly played a lot better in the second half, Sean. 27 points for the Nittany Lions against Fred Hoiberg's team. They had just 20 in the first 20 minutes.
Better job of spreading the floor.
Would be good, Regal, and I do have one, but I don't got no Gary here to fill in the.
People really want to save money, but are so willing to toss their hard-earned coin into
to fill in the dead air, you know.
I want to be rich.
Yeah, Jacobson's got to be out there, German, because we're now down Berkay and Lawrence. Tough stuff. And like, if you're Fred Hoiberg, you're not used to going deep into your bench. You're the type of coach that likes to go run 5 guys until their legs snap off. German wants to bleed the clock. I think that would be smart. You're up 20. There's enough time to where the clock is really on your side. So, yeah, come down. Do like NBA basketball in the playoffs when a team has the lead. Milk damn near every second. Get into your action with 8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. Run your pick and roll and start your offense. You know. Just get out of here with a nice 20-point lead. That'd be juicy. Put Curtis out there. I'd love that. Kind of getting excited for Curtis, not going to lie.
State taking on Rutgers, about 22 minutes. For now, back out to Sean and Dave.
Mike, thank you. Looking forward to that one as we wind down here in Lincoln on a day where Nebraska got a
True that, Huskers. What I should say for your sake is pedal to the metal. Do old school Phoenix Suns 7 seconds or less offense, please.
Overall seed in the bracket. Again, a team, you're going to hear it a million times between now and the NCAA tournament, has never won an NCAA tourney game. Rick Mass said it's something we are painfully aware of. Husker fans certainly know about it. Fred Hoiberg saying to us today, hey, our goals are still 100% achievable. We know
Urich at the line, wearing the Kevin Durant's from last season, of which I've got a couple pairs. I'm not going to lie to you people.
Earlier in the year, what do you think of this step today?
I don't have that pair, though.
Some of that strength from earlier in the season.
Well, I think it's been a good sign.
Woo, Urich, big brick. Oh, and they tap it out and get the ball back for another. Breaks off of these cucks. All right, they want to laugh at us in the football side of things. They want to laugh at us and say, we don't want your fat-ass coach. We don't give a if he's on Ozempic. We don't want Matt Rule. Yeah, we're just going to lose to every team in the world, but then when we play you, we're going to beat the shit out of you. Is that chill? We deserve to give him a little playback, a little payback. A little play black, you know? It is pretty crazy, dude. 49-44 in the second half. What? Penn State scored 20 in the first and 44 in the second. Nebraska put up 50 basically in the second. That's crazy. Like, you did. You asked. Days up. You asked. I just didn't see it happening. That's why I stopped betting a long time ago. I have not put money down in a long time. I don't trust myself no more. Not no more than a man in the moon. You know? All right, so let's take a look at the stats here. For anybody that's truly curious, Juric ended up with 13, Reed with 11, Mingo with 13, 8 for Tunka, and then Frager, 15 in 23 minutes. Frager looked awesome, man. 4 for 8, 6 rebounds. I want to say 4 of them were offensive rebounds. Price, 33, 9 rebounds. He's not just doing it shooting threes. He's getting you boards. 8 for 14, NBA player. Rink, Jamarcus Lawrence, Sam, always a pleasure, Sam. Always a pleasure watching you play, Sammy. Leo Curtis looked kind of nice. Jared Garcia had his best game of the year, bar none. I don't actually know that. I wasn't here for the early games, but since like the 5th game of the season, since we started covering the team, yeah, Kendall Blue slapped a nice 3. Like, everything was going. Nebraska needed this game. They needed this win. They needed this style of win. I'm very proud of them. Very excited. I know Gary would be too, if he wasn't such a cuck. You know? Let's take a look at when the next game gonna be. Next game is Wednesday, I believe. Wednesday against Maryland, 6 p.m. We'll be here. We'll be queer. I mean, that's just a fact at this point. So come back next Wednesday for this game. Let us know in the comments if you have any sort of videos you guys want us to make on basketball or football. We appreciate those comments. 4 games left. Maryland, USC, UCLA, and then that revenge game against Iowa. I'm hoping Nebraska wins out big, and then we can get to the Final Four. That's my hope. That's my success story. But we'll see you guys Wednesday versus y'all's Maryland Terrapins. Until then, go Big Red.